Hey, we are back. We have Lauren Bordelon here. She's a licensed professional counselor, Bordelon Counseling, and we're talking about stress.
Yeah.
Lauren, nobody has any stress, right?
That's right. Yeah, stress is a part of our lives, and it is an adaptive response, right? It is necessary for our survival. However, if it is turned on for long periods of time, that does create a lot of health concerns for us and can lead to things like depression and anxiety. So we really do want to make sure that we can mitigate the effects of stress.
So is there good stress and bad stress?
There is. So good stress is things like situational stress. Situational stress is like, think about our ancestors. If there was a lion, you needed to run. You needed to respond quickly and accurately. And so we would fight, flight, or freeze. And once we do that, your body would come back to an equilibrium. Today, though, our body does not know the difference between being chased by a lion or having a work deadline. It's the same stress. Our body responds the exact same way. So we need to make sure that we understand that and we can turn off our body's stress system and let it rest and digest.
What is stress exactly? It's not depression.
Right.
Is it a category all its own?
Yeah, so stress is turned on by cortisol and adrenaline. Those are two hormones that come online. And when those hormones come online for us, our digestion turns off, our immune system turns off, our heart rate increases. And so it is our body's way of being able to funnel everything helpful to us so that we can make a really quick decision.
So can stress turn into depression and have long-term effects?
Absolutely, absolutely. So stress certainly can turn into depression, anxiety, and it's one of those things that can lead to long-term health effects as well.
You know what? We're going to come back and talk to Lauren about how to deal with stress. So you don't want to miss this. We're going to go to break now. Hey guys, we are back, and we're kind of set everything up with stress, but now, how do we deal with the stress?
Yeah, so stress is a part of our lives, so we have to know if it is chronically on us, what are some ways that we can mitigate that? Of course, the first thing that I'm going to recommend is to talk to a professional. And a lot of times we are our own worst enemy when it comes to stress. We can think things through to oblivion, and that creates more problems. So a therapist can really help you identify, where am I going wrong in my negative bias? Am I looking for confirmation of my stress everywhere? So a therapist, first of all. Other ways, though, things you could do tomorrow would be exercise. Exercise releases endorphins. That is a mood stabilizing hormone. Getting outside, being in the sun, putting your feet and your hands in the dirt actually has some really cool research involved in that.
So eating, bad way to deal with stress?
It depends on what you're eating, right? So your food and your gut are connected to your brain. And so filling your gut with good things is going to help your stress.
So, of course, a lot of times people are stressed, they're not going to eat vegetables.
Correct.
They're going to eat ice cream, things like
Right.
that make you feel
Yeah.
good.
That's actually your body's adaptive way of saying you are stressed. So your body will crave sugar. So that's a good thing to recognize, okay, if I am craving that, I might be stressed. I need to go do something to mitigate that.
So if you're going into work and you have a stressful job, and when you're walking towards it, you feel the stress. How could you deal with it in that moment?
Yeah, I love belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. So that is when we are stressed, we breathe from our chest. We get rapid breathing. So if you can just pull your breath into your lower abdomen, it has a natural calming sensation of being able to help deal with whatever situational stress is occurring in that moment. So diaphragmatic breathing, that means filling your belly with air rather than breathing from a very shallow place that keeps you stressed.
Okay, you can't sleep. You wake up like 2 or 3 hours before you need to wake up. You try to go back to sleep. I get stressed out when I can't go back to sleep.
Sure.
How do you deal with that?
I would do things like diaphragmatic breathing and also progressive muscle relaxation. We can do a whole segment on that.
We should. You got to come back and do
Clench
that.
your
I love
muscles
that.
and let it go.
Lauren Bordelon Counseling. She has got a lot of good info. Hey, we're going to go over to Adam Olivier because he's got a lot of good info too.